Once we start looking into this factor, there are certain principles which help, which actually look into it. They were not the birthing principles, but these are the sort of foundations or deep foundations from which UX takes a lot of functionality, a lot of understanding, and a lot of it borrows from these different principles. Now, if you look at ergonomics, we were talking about the size, the layout, the contrast. Maybe the size is, the size of the head is smaller. Now, if the size of the head is bigger, it is easier to hammer things down. So this is what ergonomics is all about. It is always about, size, layout, contrast. Now, when you start looking at terms like layout, contrast, size, in terms of digital products, when you design a UI, these are very important. Size of what? Size of the clickable buttons. On a mobile app, if the buttons are too small, users will not be able to click it. If the layout is not easy to use, they will not be able to interact with it. If the contrast is not there, imagine putting gray text on black background. It will not be visible. So you have to, these are the ergonomics, these are the principles of ergonomics which UX takes into or borrows from. Then next is cognitive psychology, learning, memory, how easy it is to learn the process, how easy it is to keep that information in your memory. For example, I gave you right now, what do you want to do when you open WhatsApp? You open WhatsApp, you select a particular person to chat with, you write your message, and that's it. And it didn't take you very, very long to understand on how to send the message. You could do it, and maybe you learned it in very, very fast. You didn't need a manual. You didn't need anybody to teach you how to send a message through WhatsApp. So that is what cognitive psychology is all about. Next is behavioral psychology, contextual usage. Understanding when does the user want to use this app. I'll give another example. Instagram. When do you use Instagram? Yes, if you want to give a great looking selfies, you eating something. Like this is what I relate Instagram to. Some people really like to click photographs of the food, but it's a behavioral thing. So Instagram captured that. So the whole idea Instagram was to capture a good looking picture and enhance it with the filters provided with Instagram to make that picture better. Now they tapped into the behavioral psychology of a user, because if they are doing something really well, or not well, but they saw something beautiful and they want to share it with the world. Now it has become second nature. The first thing you see, I'll take my example. Yeah, the first beautiful, even I'm taking a walk or something, something really beautiful or something very unique I see, I take my phone out. The first thing I do is I open Instagram. I want to share it with the world. So that is what behavioral psychology is all about. And UX borrows a lot from this. And last but not the least, it is about the art. How would everything look like? Is it good? Is it appealing to the user? Does it match to the culture? Does it match to demographics, which is, gender? Where are they from? And this is why you have a lot of apps which are, location dependent. I'll give you a very simple example. Weibo, WeChat, again, very huge in China, because culturally the way they work, they are more attuned to the culture and the way the Chinese users interact with each other. Now, there was another app which has become universal. Unfortunately, is no longer available in India, TikTok. It started in China, but then the whole idea was they took the other things really beautiful. They took the ergonomics, the cognitive and behavioral psychology, and they created something which had a global appeal. So UX borrows from a lot of these principles, different principles. And as you can see, these principles can be applied to different streams. I heard that some people are here web developers, some people are engineers, electronic engineers. Now, these principles will also help you. So UX is just not about, creating UIs. Yes, that's one of the streams you can go into, visual design. But user research is another. To understand the cognitive, psychology, the behavioral psychology, you can do good user research. If you are a good user researcher, believe me, you can create good products, be it be physical, be it be digital.